me, like from the platform anyway. And like if that was going to make me a lot of money, then probably I would do it. You know, I'm very money orientated. OnlyFans girls as well, they're not stars. They're not always going to be great at licking your, because they probably don't even want to lick your, like it's something they just want to do for money. So there's not always that intimacy, I guess. But I do enjoy it. Yeah, like sometimes you think, oh, this girl is bloody awful. When I started getting surgery, like it was all within a year. I got like a BBL, my boobs done, my done, and I could have kept on going, but you know, those were all things that I felt like I had to get to be like perfect in this, you know, sex work job that I do, and like be perfect and everything like that. And even now I'm like, I am not perfect and I'm still getting called ugly, so what was the point? So there's no point just keeping like changing yourself, because no one's ever going to be happy with the way you look, so you need to be happy within yourself. If I don't reach 1 million views on a TikTok, I'm like, that flopped. Like that actually flopped. It could get such like 500,000 and I'm like, this is the end of the world. And you know, I was always saying about, you know, me crying my eyes out at night to that. It was because I didn't think that I had pulled that off, and that's why I cry all the time. I actually went to a therapist, and like basically they spoke about like work addiction, and I was like, okay, like oh fuck. But I thought it was like the like weirdest £60 of my life to be told that I'm like addicted to work. But yeah, I came out of that session thinking, you know, like I could have told you that myself.
So to those who don't know who she is, she's a famous OnlyFans star. Her name is Elle Brooke, and she did an interview with James English. I'll put a link in the description. I do apologise for the way I sound. I have got a cold, so I'm feeling a bit rough. But anyway, so I've seen a whole bunch of these videos of these OnlyFans superstars regretting the decisions they've made. They're starting to see the consequences of their actions, and they're starting to think, was it worth it? She talks about how she had surgery done all over her body, just like a lot of these girls on that platform. They've just been poisoned. And she was saying that if she doesn't get 1 million likes or views on her TikTok, she feels like the world's going to end. I mean, just to think that alone, you know, that it's that important when it really isn't. You know, I hope she makes peace. And I'm sure she's made a hell of a lot of money, but now she's starting to see the bad side of OnlyFans.
Sometimes like I regret doing OnlyFans and like dancing and all that, but then I'm like, a lot of younger people do not care. I was only tripping because the old heads are like, nah, that ain't right.
Like my ex, like he would be like, what am I supposed to tell my mom that you do? Like he would make me feel so bad.
And that's such an immature comment.
Yeah.
Because like, what am I gonna tell my mom?
In that like traumatic space that I was in, I really thought like, he's right, like no one will want me. Like OnlyFans is like the death.
See, what she's not thinking about is when she wants to settle down, have kids, find a husband, he will care about your past, and that's what you got to think about. How this is going to impact my future.
Man, what is that on OnlyFans?
What?
OnlyFans. We started last week.
Started what?
OnlyFans.
Looking at it?
No, we started doing it. Everyone's doing it, so it's just that I'll jump on it.
Everyone's doing what?
Everyone's starting an OnlyFans account and making serious money out of it.
What are you doing on it?
What am I doing? I'm making money.
Doing what?
I'm making £4,000 the last week or something.
Only fans, you for real?
It's good money though.
Don't start playing only fans. I'll break your face. You want to earn money, do it right and work like the rest of us. You think I'd be doing every day going to work?
Well, you want to
making money?
OnlyFans?
Bad Baby just shattered a record on OnlyFans. At 18 years old, she made over $1 million in just 6 hours after starting her account. She posted a screenshot showing she made $750K on subscriptions, $5K on tips, and more than $250,000 on direct messages.
And this is very interesting that you brought this point up. I find it very interesting how women don't want consequences for poor decisions. If you sexualize yourself as a woman, 9 out of 10 times, every man you deal with is going to sexualize you as well in reciprocation. A man cannot sexualize you or how do I say this? Objectify you unless you objectify yourself first.
Correct.
That's the reality. So
correct.
You're saying society, you know, does these things and constricts women's sexuality, whatever. What if it's to protect them? And the reason why it's to protect them is to keep men from giving them the evil eye and objectifying them and looking them at nothing more than a sexual object. What if it's to promote modesty? What if it's to keep that woman's value high to a degree where people don't disrespect her? So the point I'm trying to say is that if you're going to make certain decisions, right? Fast money typically comes with slow problems. be prepared for people to not respect you. There's a reason why when you go to a job interview, you dress a certain way. Why? So that you can get the job. You're putting your best foot forward. You're coming in a resume, coming in a suit, you're well trained on the job, etc. So I'm not telling you that you can't do pornography, but it is ridiculous to me how girls think that I should be accepted no matter how I behave. If I put a certain light out there, you got to accept it. What if I decided I want to eat Cheetos all day, be fat, drink Mountain Dew,
smoke weed,
play video games, and I deserve a bad bitch? I deserve a baddie. She should be coming on command. No, you guys look at me like I'm delusional and I'm stupid, which, as rightfully so, I am. I do not qualify for this caliber of woman because I haven't put myself up to a certain situation. However, I find it hilarious that women think that the world owes them understanding. And you don't understand, I had bills to pay, or it was tough, or I had to do this, blah, blah, blah. I'm not saying you can't do that. You can do it. But you need to understand that there are consequences to your actions, and women are allergic to the word accountability. You're saying be sexually free, whatever it may be.
So I agree with this. There's a lot of women who are involved in this sort of work. By the end of it, they just don't want to be accountable for what they've done. They want to be accepted for their past. But when you're involved in that line of work, your work really never comes to an end. It's always circulating on the internet somewhere. And it's the damage that's already been done. So if you do decide to do that, which is completely up to you, you will be perceived differently. If you are going to do that sort of work, the consequences are massive and they're life-changing. They never really go away. So you have to think about it before you do it, and you have to be accountable for your actions.
OnlyFans celebs rejected from a restaurant in Paris.
Donnez-moi un petit déloir, vous vous dites qu'on n'a pas le droit de venir comme ça.
D'être habillé, d'accord.
On est habillé. On est habillé, c'est quoi le problème? On est à Paris, monsieur. Vous n'avez pas le droit de faire ça sur Paris pour vous décolleter.
Pas pour le matin, d'accord. Ça sera en soirée.
Mais c'est vous qui écrivez les règles? Je comprends pas.
Bah oui, c'est moi.
C'est écrit. Mais c'est écrit.
Ouais, mais c'est écrit où que dans Paris on n'a pas le droit?
Bah on va appeler la police, alors c'est la discrimination. Bah ouais.
Pas ce matin.
Bah là c'est la discrimination, on n'a pas le droit de faire ça.
Appelle la police.
Bah on va appeler la police.
Allez, j'ai vu, faut que je travaille.
D'accord. Bah vous avez pas compris.
Me touche pas par contre. Me touche pas.
Men, today I have a message for you. You're not safe. So listen. Stop waking up and taking your phone and going on OnlyFans, Instagram, TikTok and looking at ass and vaginas of girls. Naked girls online are not good for you. They're giving you a sense of abundance of women that you don't have in your life and that you think you have by illusion. What this is doing is forcing you, to some extent, to feel like you have the possibility of meeting all these women online, which you're never gonna meet because they have 1 million followers and they don't even know you exist. And at the same time, it's preventing you for finding the love of your life or finding a girl and trying to, I don't know this girl. Try to pick her up, try to court her, right? So please, for the fucking love of God, stop doing it.
So I agree with this 100%. Stay away from porn, OnlyFans, TikTok, stars flaunting their bodies and all that. Stay away from it. It's not going to do anything for you. It's just going to fry your brain. You're just tricking yourself into having some sort of intimacy with your phone in one hand and your dick in the other. It's not real. It's an illusion. You're tricking your brain. It's unhealthy for you as a man. Don't do it. You're erasing a true connection and true love with a good woman, and you're lowering your testosterone. Stay away from it.